Um, you know what kids are like. They want new sneakers, they want new soccer boots.
David Beckham had always been proud of many things in life. His legendary football career, his business ventures, and of course, his picture-perfect family. But recently, he decided to take credit for something else: his son's good looks. It all started with a casual comment during an interview. The interview that started it all. David was sitting comfortably in a plush leather chair, his sharp suit impeccable as always, while a reporter from GQ asked about his family. The conversation had naturally drifted from his football legacy to his children, who had grown up in the spotlight thanks to their famous parents. "You've got four amazing kids, David," the reporter said. "And I have to say, they're all ridiculously good-looking. Any guesses where they got that from?" David grinned and leaned back. "Well," he said, pausing for dramatic effect, "I think we all know where those genes came from." The reporter chuckled, but David wasn't done. "I mean, come on," he added. "I spent years being called one of the best-looking footballers, and then my sons turn out to be handsome. It's not a coincidence." Victoria Beckham's response. It didn't take long for the interview to go viral. Within hours, social media was ablaze with reactions, memes, and debates. Some fans wholeheartedly agreed with David, posting side-by-side photos of him and his sons Brooklyn, Romeo, and Cruz, highlighting the striking resemblance. Others, however, were quick to remind him that Victoria Beckham was also, well, Victoria Beckham. One particularly amusing tweet read, "David Beckham really said you're welcome to his son's good looks while forgetting he married Posh Spice." Victoria herself wasn't one to stay silent. That evening, she posted a picture of her and Brooklyn on her Instagram story, captioning it, "When your dad forgets you have a supermodel mom." She followed up with another post, this time a glamorous throwback of herself from her Spice Girls days, captioning it, "Just a reminder that genetics work both ways, darling." David, ever the playful husband, quickly responded on his own Instagram story with a black and white photo of himself in his Manchester United prime, smoldering into the camera. The caption, "Still, the Beckham kids weigh in," with the internet buzzing. It wasn't long before the Beckham children got involved. Brooklyn, the eldest and arguably the one who resembled David the most, found himself in the middle of the fun. In a TikTok video, he addressed the viral debate while sitting next to his wife, Nicola Peltz. "I don't know," he mused, scrolling through the comments. "Do I look more like my dad or my mum?" Nicola, ever the diplomat, smirked. "You've got your dad's jawline," she said, poking his cheek, "but your mum's eyes." Romeo, the second-born and also a dead ringer for David, added his 2 cents on Instagram Live. "Honestly, I think we're just a good mix," he said. "But Dad's really running with this, isn't he?" Cruz, the cheekiest of the bunch, posted a childhood photo of himself looking more like Victoria than David, captioning it, "Guess Dad wasn't the only contributor after all." And little Harper, she simply laughed at all the fuss and told her dad, "I look like Mummy, and that's a good thing." The media frenzy. As expected, tabloids and media outlets had a field day. The Daily Mail ran a headline, "David Beckham thinks he's responsible for his son's good looks, but Victoria disagrees." Meanwhile, People magazine took a more analytical approach, publishing a side-by-side genetic comparison of David and Victoria, breaking down which child inherited what. Even sports outlets like ESPN got in on the fun, posting a meme that read, "David Beckham is more confident in his genetics than he was in penalty shootouts." A talk show showdown. Things escalated when James Corden invited David and Victoria onto the Late Late Show to settle the debate once and for all. "All right, David," Corden started, barely able to keep a straight face. "You're taking full credit for the Beckham good looks." David, ever the charming sport, nodded. "I mean, have you seen my old photos?" Victoria rolled her eyes dramatically. "Yes, and I've also seen my old photos." The audience erupted into laughter. Corden, always up for mischief, pulled out two massive cardboard cutouts. One of young David during his Manchester United prime, and one of young Victoria during her Spice Girls reign. "All right," he said, turning to the crowd. "Let's settle this. Who thinks the kids look more like David?" A large portion of the audience cheered. "And who thinks they look more like Victoria?" An equally large cheer followed. David smirked. "Sounds like a tie to me."